through a series of test men and experimental dates using myself and girlfriends as guinea pigs and processing all my previously accumulated data, I developed a formula for love, a dating revolution, my theory of lovativity. I call it... the four-man plan. Now, the four-man plan is not just about dating four men at once. There are postulates and principles. There is math and a graph that must be adhered to in order to yield the desired result. One man to save your seat, rub your feet, and grill your meats into happily ever after. Postulate number 2. When men compete for a woman, it brings out the best in them. Their innate chivalry, their hibernating romantic, their good sportsmanship. When women compete for love, let's face it, things get a little ugly. Generally brings out the worst in us. People get bitch slapped and private emails get read. It's no good. And what happens? We keep lowering the bar for men. They have to do less and less as we try to underbid each other. Let me give you an analogy. Let's think of a man as a lion. Arr! It is the lion's job to hunt and kill his own food. But in the dating safari, when one girl decides to say, "Oh, look at me, I'm just a wounded gazelle," then the next girl is reduced to, "Okay, well, I'm a retarded bison." And then the next girl says, "Hey, I'm just a box of meat." We are taking what is supposed to be the king of the jungle and reducing him to a zoo animal. Now, the zoo lion is fat and sated, but I think his life is innately unfulfilling, and he's surrounded by a bunch of crazy bitches. So, we as a gender are suffering, and I don't want to go all Norma Ray on your ass, but let's unionize, yes? Let's move on to postulate number 3, wait for sex. This is really, really, really important. A man is only as nice to you as he needs to be to get you in bed the first time. So, let's look at our wait for sex index. The x-axis represents the amount of love, kindness, and caring that you receive from a man. This would include the opening of doors, the squashing of bugs, and the listening to you, yeah? Now, the y-axis represents the amount of time you spend together or the number of dates that you go on. This line goes up like this. The climax occurs, God willing for you, at the point in which you have sex. This is also the point of diminishing returns. This is my favorite part. Are you ready? Here come the boys. A planned man comes in one of 4 basic values. This can be expressed visually 2 ways. This is the first way. He can be a quarter man, a half man, a whole man, or a 2 and a quarter man. A la 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 la. A jigga 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 jigga. Okay, anyway. The second way is within the Mantris graph. The Mantris graph is the centerpiece, the beating heart of the four-man plan. I'm gonna show you how it works. Any man that you would like to go out with or that has a crush on you, that you manage to exchange a phone number or an email address with, anybody at all, right? They start off as a quarter of a man. Now I want you to collect quarter men like you collect quarters. You just pick them up. You stick a few in your pocket. It's no big deal, right? They don't seem to have a lot of value, but you never know the day when a quarter will save your friggin' life, right? Don't worry, sex is a part of the plan. This is not some thinly veiled Christian programming. The man that you are boffing is 2 and a quarter man. Circumcise him. Breaking up is no longer up to you. You cannot dismiss a man or break up with him because you don't think there's chemistry or because you don't see it going anywhere. Or my personal favorite was, this is the one I used all the time, was like, he's so nice, I don't want to hurt his feelings. No, that's bullshit. Can't do that anymore. All right. There are only 5 reasons you can break it off with a planned man. They're in the order of intensity, yes? The first one is the ickies. This is your liars, your cheaters, your addicts and your abusers, jealous meatheads, anyone that manages to treat you like crap and then make you feel guilty for it. Yeah? Now, these are the bad boys. You would say, like, why do we want to go out with the ickies? We love the ickies. We're all over the ickies. And I finally figured out why. Because when you go out with somebody that's all fucked up, you get to be the better person. There's something really nice about that. Because, you know, when you have to go out with somebody, you're like, why don't you fix this and stop drinking and do this and do that? Then you know, you don't have to worry about yourself at all. Because now that I'm with this great sweetheart of a guy, I gotta be like, oh, I'm nosy. You know, I'm a moody bitch. I can be, like, cranky and unreasonable. And that is very inconvenient.